what I'm going to do next, I've got a driver who's going to drive this thing on the rollers for me. We had the key cycle just once and back off again. Go ahead, turn the key back on. All right, notice we still have some bubbles. We're working their way, and now we're up to full pressure. Now, first time you turn the fuel pump on after opening a line and reconnecting it, always check to make sure there's no leaks. So I've got a connection here, nothing leaking. I have a connection here, nothing's leaking. My connection here and here, nothing leaking there, so we're in good shape. Now, all right, good, start it up. Fuel pressure, about 57, 58 PSI running there, and notice the volume. Now, as far as that volume goes, again, with that vacuum hose removed from the regulator, you can see we're well over half a gallon per minute. That's fairly typical on these GM vehicles. You remove the vacuum hose from the fuel pressure regulator, and you're running at least half a gallon per minute. Now, what's happening there? This is all of the fuel coming out of the fuel pump, and very little of it is what's being consumed by the engine. Okay? So, what I'm going to do next, I'm going to have Kevin put it into drive. We're going to get up about 60 miles an hour, and once we do that, I'm going to probably have to dub over the voice because I doubt you'll be able to hear me. Okay, let's put it in gear, get it up to about 60. All right, what I'm going to do next is decrease the fuel supply by partially closing off this valve. Now, again, notice we're well over half a gallon per minute. Let me close this thing down. All right, you can see volume beginning to decrease. Notice pressure remains the same. Okay. I've dropped it down substantially. What we're going to do is make another pull. So let's go about 60 miles an hour. All right, I'm going to close the valve a little bit more, further reducing the volume. All right, if we look there, I'm probably a little more than half of the volume removed from what we saw originally. So we're going to try it again. Go ahead, get it about 60. All right, so here I've got less than half of the volume that I started with. And only then did I begin to see a reduction in pressure under wide acceleration or wide open throttle acceleration. So what I'm going to attempt to do now, I'm going to take a little bit more out, reduce the volume a little bit more. All right, volume has been reduced quite drastically there. Let's see if I can get this thing to behave again. I have to zoom out just a little bit. Yeah, he's not quite so happy now. All right, get about 60. All right, notice we've greatly reduced the volume that pump is outputting before we actually saw a decrease in fuel pressure. This is the problem I have with doing fuel pressure only as far as testing the fuel delivery system, is that the pump has to be in pretty bad shape before it shows up as a decrease in volume, or sorry, as a decrease in pressure. I could pick that up very quickly had I just simply done a volume test. Looking at this vehicle, I know roughly half a gallon per minute or more, and right there I'm way less than 2/10 of a gallon per minute. I know that something's up with that volume right there, and there's a problem. Even if I was at half of the volume, the pressure wouldn't have shown anything, but again, that volume would have shown me that I had a fuel pump that was not running properly. All right, now, just for giggles and grins, I cannot do that, so disregard that last statement. All right, I think